So Grant here. Alright, first thing I wanted to point out was, you see this grade right here? That's your existing grade is at 18. They have a grade at 16, only like 3 feet away from the 18. That means they end up essentially dropping the grade 2 feet in this area, which doesn't make any sense because the problem is your septic is already installed, and there's a good chance if you excavate down 2 feet here, you'll be below the level of your septic. You won't have enough soil on top of your septic to be able to grow lawn or put plants or whatever that might be, okay? So I started here and I said, you know what, this is our starting point. We really have to keep it at least level with the existing grade, which is 18. So you'll notice I put an X18 compared to the existing grade. All right, and then I built up from there. So the next thing to point out is because it's a sloped driveway, it's recommended having some sort of cemented in curbing, or alternatively you could put in curbing that's flush or level with the level of the driveway. All right. Normally on something like this, because it's going to be up on almost like a plateau, you would typically have curbing rather than flush, just because then this way cars won't find themselves on top of your septic over here. All right. Sometimes the town even requires that as well. But if you do curbing, which is what I laid out because the other company didn't show any kind of curbing or Belgian block, whatever that might be. If you do curbing, then I think you should stay consistent with the other curbing on your driveway, which is like a granite curbing, all right, which you should be able to do. The other thing is right now they have a trench drain that runs horizontally across your driveway. The problem with that is that's going to look pretty bad. You can imagine you're going to have an asphalt driveway and this huge drain going across it. So that's usually not aesthetically something that we want to do. So a better option is if you have, again, goes hand in hand with having curbing, but if you have curbing, then you could put simply a 12-inch by 12-inch concrete catch basin with a metal top right here on this part of the driveway, and that will allow you to not have to put in this huge drain or this huge visible grate at the level of your driveway. So I would get rid of this and I would put my 12-inch catch basin down here, which then would tie directly into the Cultec system, which is like a dry well, which is what the town requires. You're going to notice on the other plan he has the dry well in this area, and the problem is with that is I think we need to put trees in here to soften the driveway, trees or shrubs, and we really don't want to put trees or shrubs on top of a Cultec system. So that's why I have it moved down here. Still in close proximity to the catch basin. Okay. Considering you are raising the grade here so it's level with the existing grade per se, it's not depressed down into the grade, then the concept is to try to have your driveway go similar to the existing grade. This way you're not having to do massive grading in the front yard. So if this is 18 and your grade down here is 12, see it says right here 12, then you'd still have, again, the driveway at this level would be similar to your existing grade, which is 12. Up here, same thing, 18 and 18. And then obviously if you're going to have a constant slope, rather than having 14 in the center, you're going to have more like a 15 grade. So you have more of a constant slope or a constant pitch between the 2 points. All right. So let's see here. The next thing is, like I was mentioning before, what we don't want to do is have an aggressive slope on your driveway. 2% pitch is normal slope for a driveway to get as level as possible, yet the water is still going to move. Okay. So if this is our starting point, which is level 18, then we would have to have a 5-inch pitch to have the water move from this corner down through the driveway to get down the driveway into the catch basin. Same thing, there's 20 feet of distance, 1/4 inch per foot, hence 5-inch pitch. So you're going to notice this is 18, this is 18.42. then we have to kind of work backwards up top as well. You have an existing walkway. Let me just go up a little more. You have an existing walkway with 3 risers going onto your platform, your stoop. All right. At the maximum, I would have 3 risers at this section here as well, which goes from your platform, this where it says existing walkway, down to the level of your driveway. Currently, it shows 4 steps, which I would not do because it's gonna look funny having that many steps. 3 steps, and you might even, during their project, we might even look at possibly trying to make it even only 2 risers or 2 steps. The least amount of steps, the better. It's going to look better that way, okay, not having too much of a grade change. But you could get by with 3 steps. So anyways, if you take the 21.3 and you add 3 steps coming down, you'd be at 19.37. And essentially at that point you'd have 11.4 inch pitch from here down to here, okay, or 3.2% pitch. Again, this is like a 2% pitch. So 2 to 3% is doable, and aesthetically that will look right, so you have somewhat of a very level courtyard, okay. Then beyond that, the other issue is this land is, right now, this grass is level, right? But now you're recessing the driveway down approximately 1.5 feet, a little more than that, almost 1.75 feet to get down to your grade, down to your level, which is why you need the steps, right? So what we don't want to do is have this like kind of this abrupt hill in this section of the planting bed on either side, or the lawn. So the concept is you'd end up putting a retaining wall here, here, and here. So you have symmetry, and also creates like a terrace effect. So you have the level of the driveway being the level of the planting bed, with probably some perennials to soften the wall. And then all of a sudden you're going to have a wall that would be roughly, again, 1.5 feet tall. And then beyond that would all be level ground. So the top of your wall would be roughly level with your existing walkway platform here and here. So now you have kind of one big plateau that you're dealing with. So your plants all look level. It's not like you have aggressive hills. And aesthetically that will look much better than the alternative, which is not having a wall there. Okay, it's not going to be a tall wall. Again, it's only almost like a knee wall. So aesthetically it will kind of fit in with the property, and it will also give you more of that terrace look versus just an abrupt drop of grade where the steps are located, which is not going to look right. Okay. What else? Let's see here. As we go down. So I haven't dove into the landscaping side of things yet, where we need to install trees or plants to soften the hardscape, but that'll be the next step after we get through this first step. So I'm going to shoot this over to you now, and then we'll talk at 2 o'clock. Talk to you soon. Thanks.